What's up, y'all? It's your girl Alantra checking in. I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastards.
Heard your shit like my pit, y'all broke up again. I see hating on me ain't working, y'all need other plans.
Yes, sir. We right back at it, y'all. We got Alantra jumping off the porch with us today. What's good with you?
What's up, y'all? Thanks so much for having me.
That's what's up. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I ain't got no complaints, and I ain't tripping on the, all these weather alerts they got for Atlanta. You know what I mean? Snowmageddon. Nah, but good to have you here for sure.
Good to be here.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, you come from Rennes, Georgia, originally, right?
So yes, my family's from Rennes. I was born in Augusta, but I was raised overseas.
Okay, word, yeah, and I definitely wanted to tap into that because I saw that you've like grown up in several places across the water.
Right.
Can you talk about some of the places that you've lived?
Yeah. So let's talk about my favorite place. So Japan was my favorite place, and I would say it's because the food is delicious. Okay, first and foremost. And then the people, like the culture, the people are nice. The crime rate is real low. The weather was always nice. It was a tropical island, so no snow, no cold. Lived in Italy, that was nice, authentic pasta. I lived on an island again, it had a volcano, an active volcano, so that's a little different, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And then I lived in Germany. That was like at a younger age.
Okay.
Very cold. Just the experience altogether was, I would have to say, like, it's an experience because you get to move so many different places, experience so many different cultures, and then it just, I mean, not a lot of people get to do it. Not every day that everybody doing that.
And is that Army brat lifestyle?
Air Force. Yes,
Okay.
Yes, military brat, Air Force.
Word.
So yeah, appreciate all my veterans. Thank y'all for y'all service.
No, for sure. And I think people don't even understand that there's like a whole community, within that. Like,
Right.
you live on the base, you go to certain schools.
Certain stores.
Right.
And then it's like when you're outside of that community that they created, then you're off post, you're into the rest of the society. It's like your own little, your own little USA across the water.
No, for sure. How do you feel, living, in all of these different places and gaining these perspectives have helped you, with your outlook on life right now?
I think it allows me to be, first and foremost, I adapt well to change because every 3 to 4 years I'm moving to a different country, having to make new friends and just get reacclimated. So it just allows me to have a different perspective in regards to people, their different beliefs, how they function, and just things like that. You just have a all-around respect for people and humanity.
Word. And what was your lifestyle inside the home like, growing up? Like, what was family like for you?
So for me, overseas, it was myself, my mom, my 2 brothers, and my dad. We lived overseas, so he is Jamaican. So we have a parent that's Jamaican, Air Force. I lived in a strict type of household.
Oh, for sure.
Which, back then I didn't like that, but I respect it now. I grew up with different type of morals and principles, so I appreciate my parents for how they were. We did a lot of things together, like, sports games, everybody's come to support, working on projects and stuff together, stuff like that, eating dinner together every night. So I'd like to say we pretty close.
Word. No, that's what's up. Yeah, having a Caribbean military parent has to be.
And then being a girl, my brothers had it way easier than me.
Nah, I can imagine. And then, like I said, with living this type of lifestyle within these bases, like people don't, really don't understand. Like, are there, is there almost like, I mean, because I imagine, growing up in the city and in the neighborhoods, I mean, we got hoods, we got, suburbs, things like that. Like, how is that sort of divided within that realm? Because
so me and her actually know each other from Germany, and we lived on different bases, right?
Wow, that's what's up.
In Germany, it's different bases, so I guess that would be like the different hoods. So you had K-Town, you had Ramstein, that's Kaiserslautern, a couple more Wiesbaden, right? Finbad, but different places like that. So those would be like our hoods because you have the Air Force base, the Army base, different things like that. Because they like to say the Air Force is the chair force. So it's always like a little, I'm an Air Force brat or I'm a
Huh, so it's like different. So it's almost like, all right, if you're in the Air Force or if you're in the Army, people sort of look at you like differently, or it's almost like you have a different type of personality or different types.
Well, yeah, kind of, sort of, not really like that to an extent, but it's just like, okay, your parents are for this Army. You know, they say the Armies and the Marine is like, they're the most combative.
Gotcha.
So they like to say Air Force, they work behind the computers. So they're the chair force.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
that's just like a little playful type of thing.
Got you. No, I can dig it. At what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
When I was 18.
Huh. And what were those circumstances that that made you want to like really step into like your own independence and
Just kind of, I say being rebellious actually.
Yeah.
You know, like you turn 18, oh, my parents are strict, I'm tired of doing this, I'm tired of doing chores. I grew up in a house you had to do chores.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
For sure.
So I turned 18, I'm like, I can do what I want to do, so I'm gonna get on this flight and I'm going to Georgia. Or
Wow.
I'm going to, where I was going. And then I got to the States. I was just coming for the summer initially. And then I got to the States, I started working. I got me a little job. I met a man, a boy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be grown, so I didn't go back.
Huh. I mean, our parents say like, hey, when you turn 18, you can do what you want. You can get out of my house if you think you're grown.
Right.
But then it's like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and
do it right. They didn't want me to go for
Right.
real, like, not like that. They didn't agree with the decisions I made. And, when you look back now, it's like I should have listened. I might not have went through what I've gone through, but
Yeah.
I mean, each person got to live for themselves so you can learn your own lessons.
Nah, for sure. And yeah, I mean, that adds to our story. And I mean,
Exactly.
hey, exactly like why we're here now. You
Right.
know what I mean? So was making that move, like, did you come into it nervous at all, or was it something where you were like set and knew that like this was something that you wanted to do and
I would say I wasn't nervous at the time, because again, and moving every 3 to 4 years, I'm like, I'm 18, I can go out there, I got people skills.
Yeah.
I know what to do.
Yeah.
I know how to do what I got to do. So I went, and of course I did want to come back home, but once I got me like a job I really liked, I was like, oh, this ain't too bad. I got my own money. I
Yeah.
can do what I want to do when I want to do it. I got a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to listen to my mommy and her going back and forth. I don't have to do chores. I think I'm gonna figure it out.
Word. What would you say is like one of the biggest culture shocks, that you might have had when you came here from living, overseas, most of your life growing up?
I would say, so when I first came to the States, I was green. Like I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't street smart. I wasn't hip to nothing.
Yeah.
And I would just say that because like we're sheltered overseas. Military children are sheltered. Like that's a fact. So, just actually coming, it's like I was actually stepping into like life, right? So and I had to figure that out by myself.
Right.
So-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
At what point in your life did you did you discover like your creativity and that that you were into music, into arts?
As a kid, I was in chorus. I sung at church. I did plays. I wrote we had a thing called Dare, for
okay.
like smoking and stuff. I
Yep,
came up with a
yep.
poem. I won a contest at school for that. I did a debutante pageants,
Yeah.
things like that. So it's always been in me.
Word. And when you came back to the States, did you come straight to Georgia, or you had some time on the East Coast as well, right?
No, I stopped in Virginia. Well, I stopped in Virginia.
Okay, word.
So I stopped in Virginia, and then so this is how that happened. So I stopped in Virginia because it was like hurricane season. So then I took another flight, and I got to Georgia, did all my family stuff, and then I was trying to get back to Italy. But there was another, since it was a storm, all the flights were backed up because it was like the military flights where you get them off the base. It's on the hangar jet.
Okay.
And I couldn't get out. I kept going, couldn't get out because I didn't have my military person with me. So that's when I was like, okay, I got to figure something out. I ain't got no money out here.
Yeah.
So I went and got a job, and I ended up staying in Virginia
Oh, okay. Word. No, I can dig
for a
that.
little bit. But I like to say I've been moving around like a nomad, like a little bit of here, a little bit of there. It's
Yeah.
just,
Word. No, I can dig it. And when did you start tapping into music? Like when did you actually start, discovering that?
so initially during either at the end of COVID, right at the end of COVID, I was going through like a little breakup or something. So I decided to do a cover to Tink, Treat Me Like Somebody. So I did a cover. I posted it on Facebook and Instagram. And there was a local producer in Virginia that had saw it, and he was like, you know, like let's get into the studio. So I went to the studio, started doing a little bit of recording there, and you know, I was like, okay, I like this. This is cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's a way to express yourself. And then I ended up meeting Gutter Keys, who is my producer now, and I'm signed to Unity 7. Shout out to my team.
Right.
So yes, so that's how it all started during
Right.
COVID. Just going through a little breakup, wanted to express myself, and somebody thought I had a little voice on me.
Right. No, I can dig that. Who are some of your musical influences?
So I like Grace Jones, and I like her because she's just like I like to say her style was cut through. Like she didn't have any. She was unapologetically herself, and she was bold. So if I'm gonna try to embody anything or anybody, I would like to come through, cut through, be bold and fierce in everything that I'm doing.
Right. And what do you feel like sets you different as an artist with your music?
I feel like I'm bringing clarity back to hip hop. Well, I know that I'm bringing clarity back to hip hop. So just being a little bit more lyrical, you know, still sexy, but coming more so with a message.
No, I can dig that.
Yeah.
I see you've been killing it with the freestyles online.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
you've
keep
been
people on
dropping
their
pretty
toes.
regular.
Yeah. While I'm working, you know, behind the scenes, getting stuff ready to come out and things like that. The freestyles just to keep people, you know, on their toes. Like
Yeah.
I am working. I'm here.
No, for sure. And as a female entertainer in the industry, how do you balance, you know, your substance and consciousness with the sexuality?
Well, see, okay, so as an artist, it's easy for me to do it now because I was a dancer previously, right?
Okay.
So I had to learn fast in that life, like you have to, you know, make the money, but don't let it make you. So with that, I can't lose myself trying to, you know, make this money. Like
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to make the money, but not at the cost of me.
Yeah.
So like the same thing goes with the music. Like I had to stay on my, you know, stay within myself, my principles, my morals, and don't let the money or the vision or, you know, what I want from the music to cloud my vision.
Yeah, no, for sure. And how do you, or let me see, do you deal with scenarios where people who may know you from your lifestyle of being a dancer or working in the clubs, but then might not take you serious, you know, as an entertainer, as a rapper?
Yeah, so like, I would say that's a hard thing to do when you already, people look at you just for like in that sexual image. And then it's like I'm having to prove myself that I can rap, I have talent, I'm more than just shaking my ass type of thing like that. So yeah, it's tough, like where I live at right now, you know, I'm back and forth from all around, but you know, I have be in Virginia a little bit, so that's where I mostly did my dancing at.
Right.
And so it's just kind of hard to get them to, you know, support that, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
And it's normally hard for people, no matter what you've done, you know, in the area where they've seen you the most, to see you in a different light.
Right.
So a lot of times you have to leave, you got to step away, let them see other people respect you in a certain way.
I'm
and
learning
then,
that.
you know, they're going to be like, yeah, we was fans since day one. You know what I'm saying? We've been supporting, you know what I mean? How do you stay updated, like with, you know, the newest like trends in music and all of that? And is it important to stay updated or to, you know, stay in tune with that?
I would say I'm not too in tune with like the trends and stuff, and I'm gonna say that because I don't wanna be influenced by nobody else. I'm trying to set my own trends, be my own person, be authentically me. So I don't need to really see. But I mean, of course, you know, you get on Instagram, you get on TikTok, you'll see little things going on, but it's not something that I'm actively monitoring.
Yeah. Or, and what do you feel like is your greatest strength as a rapper?
The fact that I do adapt well to change, so like it allows me to, and also like, you know, growing up overseas and stuff, I can be versatile. And I learn fast, I work hard, I'm just driven.
Yeah. How important is discipline to you?
Oh, it's really important. Like, that has been one of my main things on this journey with the music. Like I had to lose a lot of weight. So that took discipline because I had to get up and go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't always want to go to the gym, right?
No, for sure.
But every morning, at least 5 times a week, I was, you know, going to the gym, and then that showed me I was disciplined within getting myself together, my temple, you know.
Yeah.
And then just being disciplined with going to the studio, being open to learning and not being stubborn, you know, things like that.
Yeah, because
True artist development.
Because you really have to treat this as a full-time job.
For sure.
You know, a lot of artists look at it or just treat it just as a hobby, and they just having fun, and you just getting loaded all day and like, you know, being late to everything. But it's
Yeah.
like, you really gotta,
Oh yeah.
you know
My
what I
drink
mean?
is like work. I got a schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I go through training. I'm in boot camp, in the studio, in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm getting my ass whooped everywhere.
Yeah, nah, for sure, for sure. And I know we were speaking on it earlier, like you didn't know that, you know, growing up, the way that your parents, you know, were helping you to direct your life, you know, with the discipline, with the consistency, you know,
Right.
things like that. How much is hindsight 2020, you know, when you look back and it's like, damn, like a lot of these things like just make so much sense today.
Right. It makes you just appreciate it because it's like everything y'all said is right. You know, you don't want to tell them that, but you're like, okay, I see what y'all was doing there.
Man, get them their props, man. Get them their props, y'all.
But if y'all watching this, y'all did a good job. Thank you.
Hey, straight up, straight up. What do you like? What message, what vibe do you want to bring to music? What do you want people to take away, you know, from your music when they, you know, when they listen to it?
So the vibes. So what I'm going for, like with all my music, it's gonna be levels to it for like first and foremost. Like you're gonna see every part of me. So where I'm coming from, where I'm transitioning to, and then you know where I go. So like the story, the vibes behind me is basically, no matter what, you can do whatever you want to do. You can go wherever you want to go. You just got to put work in.
Yeah.
And that's the vibes like people can get from that. My music, you know, I'm speaking about how I am, my perspective in the street world, like when I was at work, my mentality, different things like that. So.
Right. I can dig it. How do you maintain a healthy, you know, work-life balance, you know, with pursuing this career? Because, you know, the industry like this takes so many hours, and, you know, you can really find yourself working almost 24 hours a day if you don't give yourself that balance.
Right. For me, it's just, you know, you have to learn to, you know, you separate the two, but at the same time combine the two. So like, again, like with a 9 to 5, kind of treat it like a 9 to 5. And then of course you do overtime when it's needed.
Yeah.
And then when I have my downtime, I just spend that with my family, you know, doing things that I enjoy or I like.
Yeah.
Stuff like that when it's downtime. Because I know when it's go time, it's all gas, no brakes.
Word, word. And can you talk to us about your song, It's Outside?
Okay, Outside, yes. So that is...
Or I'm Outside, my fault.
It's my most recent release. I featured an artist in Virginia, Young Crazy. Shout out to you, thank you. And that song is just, you know, we talking about we outside. Like, we outside, people hated on you. That don't stop the show. I'm not catching no shade. I'm taking trips. I'm about my money, I'm about my bag. You know, and just confidence. It's just confidence, basically. That's what we talking about.
Yeah, nah, I can dig it. I can dig it. What's your views on like AI and?
I'm not fucking with AI.
Not,
I do not like AI.
Yeah, they bringing back artists from the dead, like
Yeah,
you know what I mean, doing features.
Yeah, I don't like AI. I'm sorry, I just don't like. It's too manipulative.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost too scary that you even know me this well to kind of
Right.
know my tendencies to be able to
Like,
tell
how
me some.
how that work?
Yeah, nah, it's all crazy. But what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned?
Trusting the process. And I'm gonna say that because when I look back at my younger self, it's so much that I wanted then that probably like if I would have just slowed down a little bit and had some patience, I could have got to those things faster rather than like putting myself in other, positions that made me learn the hard way or endure things that I didn't really have to go through. So trust the process.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I mean, and it's so difficult to trust the process when you're going through it because, we always want a W right then and there.
Right,
and,
without the work for real.
Yeah, you got to work through it. Sometimes we look at it and if the results aren't what we wished at the time, then it's hard to keep going, to be consistent, to keep doing it. But
Right.
that's the most important process of it. Like like I was saying, like with the hindsight is 2020 thing, you know, after the fact, of course we knew what was up,
Right,
but
but
going
during-
through it and struggling with it, that's the most difficult part
And then
of
it's like, especially like with this time where you have the internet, Instagram and stuff, where it makes everything look like it's like that, like everything is popcorn instant.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, because we all want the end result. That's all we seeing is the end result. But
Right.
then you really dig into somebody's story and it's like, damn, okay.
They put some work behind
yeah,
it.
like
Yeah.
they was doing this for 5 years, 10 years. Okay, they, you know what I mean? Started from here, you know? What are you working on that you're looking forward to that you got coming up?
My newest release, I got a new song coming out. It's called Superpower.
Okay.
Superpower. So I'm super excited about that. I'm ready to share that with everybody. I think it's gonna be a good song for 2025.
All right. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Actually, I know it's gonna be a good song for 2025.
Yeah. Any new projects? Any other anything else you working on?
Yes, I'm working on some projects, doing some interviews. Trying to think what else I got going on. A lot.
Yeah. All right. What else are you interested in tapping into? Like, are you going to get into acting? Or
I
are
would
you,
like to get into acting, modeling. I think I do real good with that. So acting, modeling. What else? Maybe I own my own type of podcast or something like that.
There you go.
You
Come
know,
on now.
I like to cook, so maybe we get on doing some cooking stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I could dig it. I
Yeah.
could dig
Would
it.
you tune in?
Hey, for sure. Yeah, I for sure
I
watch
can
it.
cook for real now, so.
All right. Yeah.
Don't play with
I'm like, I'm gonna watch for that first plate, see what it's looking like, and then we gonna know if we gonna have.
All right. I'm confident in my skills, so I ain't worried about it.
Hey, and then everybody going crazy with that cooking with
Cooking
Kaya.
with Kaya.
Hey, why dudes playing that to make their girls jealous, around their
Man.
girls, making their women jealous? Nah, it's crazy. But no, that's dope. You definitely should pursue, you know what I mean, like all of these different things that you want to pursue.
Yes, and I do have a calendar that's going to be coming out.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. That's something that's new for me. I think it's dope. I got some real nice things in there.
Okay, word. And where can folks follow you? You know, all that.
Yes, y'all can catch me on any social media platform, Alantra_worldwide. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, tune into my YouTube channel, and go ahead and download my music.
All right. And you got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to my team, shout out to God, my family, and everybody that support me. And if you don't know me now, you do.
Hey, nah, that's what's up. Appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the porch with us.
Yes, thanks for having me.